Alright. Y'all I see you back there. Hey, y'all know he was talking about that food tray, right? Hey, no more turkey squares. No more. The comedians back there hungry. Man, they got jokes. We gonna fight for you guys. Hey, y'all give it up for my man, Doug G!
I am not a whore. I am not a whore. I am not a whore. I am not a whore.
Alright, everybody, let's give a round of applause for our host, Argentina. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually script all their jokes for them. I'm kidding, if I did that, they'd actually get some laughs. Oh, come on, it's a comedy show. You know, Mike Lynn's here, he's last month's returning champion. And, I remember before the show last time, he gave me a great piece of advice. It was my first ever stand-up. He came up to me and said, Doug, lose some fucking weight. But no, all of us comedians, we're all on the same team here. Everybody runs the show. We're all on the same team. We try to help each other out. As a matter of fact, while I'm up here doing comedy, they're out back breaking into all your cars right now. I really hope nobody's car gets broken into tonight because I'm going to get my ass kicked. You know, I'm kind of surprised there's not more people here. I did a lot to advertise the show myself. I actually went to every public restroom in the city of Lansing, and I wrote on every bathroom stall for a good time, come see Doug at the Creel Gallery October 23rd. I put it right above the glory hole, too, so it'll be right at eye level. Is anybody here because of those signs? Anybody at all? If so, meet me out back when I'm done performing, I'll blow you for $5. I'm kidding. I would never blow a guy for $5. But I will for 10. It's a tough economy. I got bills I gotta pay, you know? There's a $100 prize for first place, right? Right? Yeah! What's the prize for last place? Because that's more pertinent to me. But you know, I remember my last show, you know, I remember for my last show, you know, I was real nervous when I had a videotape. I put it up on YouTube, put it up on Facebook, had all my friends see it, and they were like, Doug, that is great. You should just quit everything, quit school, just do stand-up full time. Just be a stand-up comedian. And I was like, well, great, so that means you guys can be at my next show, right? October 23rd. And they were like, well, Doug, funny, but you're not like $10 cover charge funny. So if anybody paid $10 just to see me, sorry, I'm just not that funny. No, we have a good time, right? We're going to have a good time. I was listening to that song, Crazy Bitch, on the way in here. Everybody know that song, right? Yeah. We got any crazy bitches out there in the crowd? Like 2 people. Yeah, you don't really know how to act, that's all. No, but we got any crazy bitches, you know? And I'm not talking about the kind of girl who calls herself a crazy bitch because she has like 2 margaritas to drink with the girls after work on Friday at the local bar. I'm talking about the kind of girl who calls herself a crazy bitch because she puts a hidden cam in your bathroom so she can watch you shit. I'm talking about the kind of girl who calls you at 6 o'clock in the morning, wakes you up and goes, who are you fucking? I'm talking about the kind of girl who sits outside your apartment for 24 hours, waiting for you to come in her house so she can run up to you and go, why did you return my calls? Every guy has their own crazy bitch story. Here's mine. So, me and this girl are coming back from a nice dinner date, right? Olive Garden, because I'm a classy guy. And, we're going to go back to her place so we can watch some shitty movie that I want to watch in the first place, but I'm not exactly a Greek god at this point in my life. And if I want to get some, I'm going to have to do some shit that I don't want to do. I'm going to accept that fact now. And that includes watching this shitty movie. So, you know, we go into her place, we go into her room, get the movie, and I see an NSYNC poster on one wall, a Backstreet Boys poster on the other wall, stuffed animals everywhere, and Disney movies on VHS. I'm talking about the kind of room where you expect Chris Hansen from NBC's Dateline to walk into at any minute. I was over in the kitchen and I saw a plate of cookies and I was like, shit! I started running through like alibis in my head. And I was like, look, I wasn't going to do nothing. I swear. She told me when she was like 25. I was just coming here to tell her what she's doing is wrong. If you've ever seen that stuff, that's what everybody always says. But this is like the one time that it would have been true. Sort of, because I was the fucking dog lover. But I remember we started watching this movie, and this was the worst fucking movie I'd ever seen in my life. This movie was so bad, 5 minutes into it, I was looking for something in the living room to kill myself with. This movie was so bad, I wish that Chris Hansen did walk in earlier, because then I would be in jail and not watching that movie. This movie was so bad, I was hoping that somebody I cared about would get in a car accident, because then I could just go to the hospital and not have to watch it anymore. That movie was called Don Line Remarkable. Has anybody out there ever seen it? And so we need to get together after this and form some kind of support group. Some people like fucked up in the head haven't seen that movie. But I remember the days when we used to come after that. She would call me like 30 times a day. She'd follow me in her car. She'd sit outside my apartment waiting for me to come out. She was acting like my dick was solid gold and I came money. I don't even see what the big deal is because, you know, my dick's not big. My dick's not fucking. My dick is so small. My dick is so small, it's like the size of a can of spray paint. I'm kidding, I know that's a fucking big dick. Come on. You got a can of spray paint here, you kidding me? I'm a white boy, come on. Well, you know, I've been thinking about losing some weight, though I have, you know. But I don't know, I just think God intended for me to be fat. I mean, let's face it, I mean, if God wanted me to be skinny, pizza, fried chicken, and cheeseburgers wouldn't exist. You know, I was reading a source online the other day that said Americans eat 150 million tons of hamburger per year. And I see some of you looking at me like, Doug, you don't look like the kind of guy who goes online to read things. And you're right, I'm not. I was going online to look at internet porn and jack off. But I got a cramp in my hands, so I was like, well, shit, I might as well read something. So I was reading the quote online, like I said, and it said Americans eat 150 million tons of hamburger per year. And I think that's bullshit. I mean, it has to be, because think about it. I mean, that means that if a cow weighs 1 ton, we have 150 million of them in the U.S. Like, where the fuck are they? That's what I want. Like, where the fuck are these cows at? I mean, let's face the facts here. I mean, I'd give this a news relevant story. Like, fuck the oil spill, fuck the war in Afghanistan. I want to know where the fuck these cows are. Because this has to be like the single shittiest time in human history to be a cow. I mean, let's face it, you can pay me to be a cow right now. That fucking sucks. This is like 25 times worse for cows than the Holocaust was for humans. Oh, yeah. I bet it's some people. Are there any Jews in the crowd? Jews, raise your hand. Not one. You know why? Because no Jew is going to pay $10 to see me do stand-up. But I'm thinking about losing some weight, you know, and I'm still thinking about it. But the problem is once you start getting fat, you get these things up here. You know what I mean? You get a little bit of man boobs, and every time I lose weight, I lose it like on my belly and everywhere else. And, you know, if I'm fat and I have man boobs, that's one thing. But when you're a skinny guy, you don't have man boobs anymore. You just have tits. You're a skinny guy with tits. There is no way I'm going to be a skinny guy with tits. If you're a skinny guy with tits, you might as well just tuck your sack back and be a woman for the rest of your life. Because that would be way less embarrassing. I think if I grew out my beard long, moved to Afghanistan, and joined the Taliban, I would be less of a danger to society than a skinny guy with tits. I remember there was this girl I used to work with, and she thought I called her a bitch one day, but I didn't. And so she just comes up to me and she goes, "Hey Doug, you have bitch tits." And I was like, "Well, what are you talking about? I never called you a bitch." And she's like, oh, well never mind, you don't have bitch tits then. That's one of those things, ladies, where once you throw it out there, there's no take back down, there's no nothing like that. It's like an atom bomb. As soon as you pull the lever, it's going down. So after she said that and took it back, I was like, "Hey Lauren, you're a fucking bitch." But I just wish that my boobs had the same effect on her as her boobs had on me. Like, wouldn't that be nice if women like man boobs? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish that next time I needed help moving, I could just wear like a low-cut shirt. before completed. I put some glitter on my truck. I just like, just sit in the phone, do some kind of shimmy, like, and just like, 10 women would just appear out of nowhere and just be like, hey, dog, how are you? I just wanted to say I think you're super funny, and I really like your shirt, and the whole time I was just be there like, hallelujah. Alright, thank you guys very much.
That was the funniest shit.
Get all this?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's what we gonna say. What the hell is that? That song scared me.
Don't be
For a weekend. Don't start that shit, Spirit. Don't start that shit. Give it up for Doug one more time, y'all. That shit was funny. I'm telling y'all, they bringing it tonight, y'all. The $100 grand prize. It's a good look. So I was about to jam to that. You wasn't about to jam. I was about to get caught. You can't catch a beat on whole music dance song. You can't catch a beat on that mother. Yeah, you ain't see me. You ain't want to catch my Roxbury. That wasn't no beat. That wasn't you was all off beat.
I am not
So you gonna tell me this, this shit worse than one juice. I see. If we do an intermission, I'm gonna wrap my leg around there. I ain't got this kind of skills. I'm like, Doug G, I'm a big fella, but my shirt bigger than his. Shout out to Doug G, man. He was funny. He's brilliant. What he got? Who next? I got this. I got who next? I thought you were going to. Why you let him call you Tina? Because I know I'm Ike, dog. Say the joke. Say the joke I'm supposed to say. I don't know if you're going to say the joke. Don't play with me, anime. Oh, fuck you up with that, dog. I'm fucking shit. You not say the joke. Mother, you still ain't said the joke. Look here. Look here, man. I'm going to play with you. You're going to run my money in a minute. Let's play with you. Limo see me. You better say joke, bring the limo on. That dude called you Tina. Dog! Fuck you up, man. We're going to teach your ass how to W, all right. Tina Turner. We're going to teach you how to W. You lost all your time and you learned all the life. You must be that's all right. The comedians have been mad funny, man. You know the comedians so funny, y'all.